Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good to see everybody. Hey, Kathy, how you doing tonight? Number one girlfriend, you number one. Amen. There we go. God bless. And Miss Justice, right there at the top, number two. Much love, PG. Hey, girl, much love to you. You know it. God bless. And let's see who is number three. Crazy retired lady. All right. There we go. Hello to you, sweetie. God bless. Much love to you and yours. God bless you. Number three in here tonight. And number four is Kathy. All right. There you go. Hey, hello to you too, girlfriend. God bless. Good to see y'all. Hey, just chilling. How you doing tonight, Linda? Good to see you. Just chilling says, hey. And let's see, Karen. Good to see everybody coming in here tonight. Hey, PG. Much love, beautiful lady. Hey, much love to you too. Much love to you, sweetie. God bless. And let's see. Yeah. Um, five memberships. Five memberships got handed out tonight. God bless you. God bless you. I hope good people, all good people got them. That is a gift that'll keep giving. But maybe some of the haters in the bushes might have got one. Right? Some of those haters might have got one too. I don't know. Hey Sue, how you doing, sweetie? APG, just a question. Did TBI go back not long ago to the Wells driveway? I do know that TBI has been in that area. They've been keeping their eye on that graveyard, which is, I find to be weird. But I understand they're in that area more often now. Um, so I don't know. There's no record of them supposedly being down at the bottom of that driveway. There's no record of it. I hear that, it might have been bullshit. Don talking bullshit. Uh, that's what I heard. But, I don't know. I do know they've been up there. I do know that they've been in the area more um lately. And I heard that they've been seen in the cemetery, Morrison Cemetery as well. The past few weeks they have been, because I like to say the past week or two, but time has been getting away from me. I'm pretty good here lately because I've been so busy and everything and got so much going on. But I believe they were up there like maybe it's been like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Probably more like 3 weeks ago. I do know they was up there. An investigator supposedly was up there at that particular site. So I don't know. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing from very reliable sources, just like I heard Candace's, in Tennessee driving DeeDee's vehicle comes from very reliable, very reliable people. So, I don't bring nothing to the table, that I think might be BS. And if it doesn't come from somebody I truly trust, I don't bring it out here. So yeah. And anyway, what was I going to tell you guys? Oh hell. Mama said if you forget it, then it obviously wasn't meant to be told. Right? It wasn't important. He said it wasn't important. If you forget it, it ain't important. Hopefully it'll come back. If it was important, it'll come back. Hey Linda, how you doing? Good to see you. Aw, that is so sweet. I was so hoping PG be on tonight. Hey, girl, I miss you guys. When I'm not here, I really miss you guys. You don't know how much. Hey, Parker, my fragile little mind. How you doing tonight? Good to see you guys, Georgia. Well, child, there you are, girlfriend. Carrie, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, Janet, how you doing, sweetheart? Much love to you. You know it. Let's see. There's spread the love. Legendary says, hey, PG mods in chat. Hey, hey, hey to you, Bridget. Good to see everybody in here tonight. Absolutely. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Hey, Cindy, don't want to pass you up, girlfriend. Do not want to pass you up. I'm trying to get everybody I possibly can as I go to the bottom. Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Hey, Lynn, how you doing tonight? God bless. Hey, Deputy Sheriff, I almost passed you up. Good to see you. God bless. Much love. Yeah. Anyway, I hear that that they're poking around. That they're poking around. Why they're poking, I don't know. Are they poking because other people's been up there, like, my friend and everything, could it be because, um, and Olivia was up there, and, there's been quite a few people visiting up that site lately, on doing lives or documentaries on it, and it, does law enforcement know does law enforcement know that she's there, and they just right now in a good time? I don't know. I have no clue. Are they just now starting to follow up on the lead? Maybe. um so many questions, so few answers, right? So many questions, so few answers. I wish I could give you guys more. I wish I could give you more. I can only give you, what's coming through, you know, what's coming through the grapevine to me. So, and as you guys know, um, 99.9% of the time, PG is right. 99.9% of the time, what I tell you is, you find out, oh shit, it was true. So, um, who else, who else would know? Who else would know all of these things? You know, so, you know, you guys know I got some pretty damn reliable sources, by my side to be able to be right 99.9% of the time. So yeah. Damn, I sound like Jody Sue just now. I swear. I was like, what? Right? Being haunted by her. She always starts to talk and she's like, yeah, and goes on to something else. Right? I'm like, whoa, that isn't that. I had to catch myself there. um, some old Donald Wells talks. I try to, once they get through this content, I'll try to what I came in to talk about. I'll try to fish some out before the end of the night, if possible. I'll try to fish some out Australia. If I don't have time tonight, I'll bring some. I'll bring some in for you tomorrow night. God willing, we're here tomorrow night. I'll bring it in then. And let you hear out of the horse's mouth, Donald's videos that I have. Yes, absolutely. Um, hey, Parker, girlfriend, how did you know that's what I was going to bring? How did you? How did Parker know that's exactly the one I was going to pick to play? Don reading the magazine. Girl, I thought that was your guys' favorite. I thought that was your favorite. That's the very one I was thinking about. That's the very one I was thinking about playing too. No, I'm kidding. You crack me up, girl. Everybody saying no. Right? It ain't no, it's no. You guys make me laugh. Nah, I won't bring it. I won't bring it. But it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. You guys are screaming like, no, don't play it, don't play it. Can't do it. All right. It's hilarious. Hey, I hope you guys all had a good day today too, Bridget. I really do. I hope everybody has a good day every day. God bless them. Yeah, right. Bring that one. Hey, I got that one, coupon mama. I think I got that one. I bring that one. Right. I bring that one. Hey, Carmen. Good evening to you, love. Good evening to you. Good to see you. Oh, I appreciate that, Parker. I appreciate that. I appreciate your kindness. Um. Anyway, I wanted to come in and talk about a few things. I do want to give a short detail. It's very short now, and I'm gonna address this. I'm gonna address this today. Day. You know, it's better to mend bridges, right? It's better to mend bridges than to see them go up. And um, I'd like to think that you know here recently, that that's been something important to me is to try to mend these bridges out here. We all after what happened to DeeDee, we know, it gives us a much better view into how evil Don and Candace can be. It gave us a much, more better view of how unsafe humans can be hanging around with these people. Um, so with that said, you know, um, I felt that, these people, these few, past turd pop suckers, um, might have, might have had a change of heart about being for suspects instead of the true victim, which is Summer Mutual Wells. And I kind of felt that maybe some bridges could be mended and move on with a little grace and kindness, caring, and love. But I see that the devil in disguise ain't going to allow that to happen. You know, um, the devil in disguise is on full blown, coming at people sideways, especially PG. And I think I've been pretty nice about it, right? I've been pretty nice about it. Um, you know, uh, I took everything pretty damn well, you know, and and kind of just as I do all things, you know, let it roll wherever it rolls, and it can lay there. So basically, basically, um, this particular demon in disguise, which is, is DeeDee, right? With all of her demons over there. Well, she ain't got as many demons now because they're all running off, building their own shit. But, and that was the whole plan from the beginning, was to, to take over and build elsewhere. But, she hangs with people a lot like Candace, right? That old devil over there, she hangs with people like Can and people who come in and next thing you know there'll be they'll be packing all your shit off, right? Packing all your shit off and kind of destroy you and take over your stuff, which that's pretty much what's going on in that channel of Queen DeeDee, right? She ain't no princess. She's fucking wicked. So she got to be the queen. But anyhow, and she's always picking. She's always picking on Princess PG, right? She's always picking on Princess PG. That's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of that wicked stepmother. But anyhow, always picking on you out of jealousy and envy and hatred. It's sad. It's sad. Now I know. Now I know what all the princesses, the Disney princesses, had to put up with. But anyway, I'm a little fed up. I'm a little bit fed up, you guys. I let her go with running her face a couple of nights ago. Saying some ugly things, calling me, the enemy. Why was Jinkies over here talking with the enemies? We're not Jinky's enemies. We're not her enemy. We're her friend. Actually, we're mending bridges, and and that bridge got mended because both sides were willing to work to mend it. Something DeeDee knows nothing about, right? She don't know how to mend nothing. She just knows how to destroy it. But anyway, I let her get away with that. And then last night, she was back talking about PG again, right? Saying ugly stuff. Yeah. I made a couple of fun photos. That's what I do. I make fun photos. But you know what? She's sitting over there right now, putting up a photo, trying to get a pity party. How many times had they sit over there and put up the photos of some woman that actually looks like Wisconsin mama, some, and I don't think, personally, the witch don't look that bad to me. She's kind of a, she's not a bad looking witch, but, and they're over there saying that's PG. How many times had they been over there playing what, would look like Christine? There, put a 1 in the chat if you have seen the woman with no hair. It looks like, a patient, and actually, what Christine would have looked like before she went out of the world. But they put it up and tried to say that, that's PG. I mean, that's not, a fun photo. That is morbid. That is sick. That is disgusting. That is, mother freaking just right down evil, right? Just straight up evil. That's what I'm saying. And, and they think nothing of, of that. And have you heard me say much about it? Absolutely not. You know, I'm like, hey man, that's what if that's what turns you on, so be it. And if that's the type of evil you want to be, so be it. Um, you know, I fully trust in my God. And I fully trust that, that he'll handle people with that level of evilness in them. And I have to do nothing. I have to do nothing. Just sit back, try my best to ignore it, you know. And that I do. And that I do, right? Um but I find it rather, they say how much, they cared about Christine and everything, but yet they make a picture of someone who would look just like her before she passed away. And they're floating it all over the place, you know, saying, are they really making fun of her and just, using me as a cover? That's what I'm thinking they're doing. And that's my opinion. Because why would they put someone that that would look like that? You know what I'm saying? Why would they put someone that would look like that, like that type of patient, and make fun of it when they just had a friend pass away that looked like that? That's I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, put a one in the chat if you agree the picture would have looked like Christine at the end of her life right there. Of course it would have. Of course it would have. And I just find it wicked. I just find it wicked that they would use a picture like that. Yeah, it is. It is disgraceful. More to Christine than me. More to Christine than me. That's supposed to have been their friend. Christine wasn't my friend. She was their friend. And um, the point being is, that is very disgraceful to her. I have all of my hair, right? I have all my hair. I got all my teeth, all my hair. You know, and I pray to God. I pray to God that he continues to bless me. You know, with all the good things in life. But I just find it, I kind of feel sorry for Christine, to be honest with you. I really do. I feel sorry for her because she was actually a friend, a true friend of this pack of evil monsters who would put a picture like that out, you know, after she's passed away with the disease that causes you to look like that. That is just, that's I don't know if that kind of evil even, can be measured. Is so evil. There's no words to describe, how wicked something like that could be. But anyway, that she did. And, she wants to sit over there like she's holier than thou, right? All holier than thou. And here, her and Don Wells, a number one suspect in his own missing daughter's case, she teams up with him and attacks Brandy. Remember that? Put a one in the chat if you remember Day Day and Don Wells attacking Brandy, which truly has a missing child that she's looking for and was going through a lot of medical issues herself, right? Going through a lot of medical issues herself. And they're over there teaming up and attacking this poor woman, a mother, a sick mother, an ill mother with thank goodness, she's on her way to, you know, recovery now, but at that time, she didn't, it was touch and go. It was touch and go. And here they are, not caring and attacking her, a poor, ill mother of a missing child. I mean, you don't get no more fucking evil than that, right? You don't get no more evil than that. So, there is nothing you can say, nothing you can say about PG that's that's more evil than what you have done to these people, to Christine, to Michael Vaughn's mom. I mean, you want to talk about it? And what did you do to your mods? What did you do to your first mods and all of them? You were so evil and wicked to these people. You've always been evil and wicked. And then you try to deny your wickedness. Even though people's got video footage of you and your wickedness, you sit there and, that wasn't me. It was damn you. It was you. And you know it. I don't know what kind of, mental illnesses that you deal with. I really don't. But if you can be that evil to folks and then act, and then sit there and lie about it, you might want to go get some professional help. That's all I'm saying. And it's coming from from a good place. It's coming from a good place, not a bad place. It's coming from a good place. I think you need help. I really do. And I'm going to tell you another thing, DeeDee. Well, I'm on the subject. Let me tell you another thing. When me and Jinkies was talking, it wasn't about you. It wasn't about Jinkies. It wasn't about my cousin. It wasn't about other people. It was about me. We were having a discussion about PG and some issues that I had and what triggered those issues. It was about PG, not you or anyone else. So stop making it about you, okay? Stop making my little talk with Jinkies about having, fighting with anorexia. You're like it's about you, because it wasn't. Me being anorexic and having issues that triggered it has nothing to fucking do with you. That was something I decided to share with your sister as we was talking. She was really nice, and everybody else was really nice in the support. Sometimes, you know what? You're always telling people about all kinds of stuff, about your medicines and about all your problems and about all your mother freaking animals and about all your financial issues. You tell people all of this shit. And you know what, DeeDee? Nobody takes it and uses it as fucking evil against you. Nobody takes it and uses it as evil against you. But you know what? You do it. You do it. You do it to all kinds of people, not just PG. You do it to other people as well. And you have a problem. Let me tell you what your problem is. Your number one problem is you don't like your fucking self. You hate yourself, and that's why you go hating on everybody else. Because people who love other people, people who love people, love starts with you. And people who love themselves can love others. You dislike everybody, not just me. You dislike Justin. You disliked Brandy. You dislike, Smiley. You dislike everybody. As a matter of fact, I gotta wonder. You don't even like your sister. You don't even like your sister. You're just jealous that Jinkies were over here with Sherry instead of you having control. And that's another thing you are. You're a control fanatic. You like to control everybody. You like to tell your people, what are you doing over there at PG's? What are you doing over there at Justin's? What you doing over there, in another chat? Your people are free to go anywhere they want. They are not bound to your channel. And they shouldn't have to be. And if you feel like that, then your people should be going somewhere else. Because I'm not going to sit there and let anyone tell me, control my life, and tell me where I can be and where I cannot be in this world. This is my life. God gave it to me, and I'm going to live it. I don't want to be around someone that tries to sit there and control other people's thinking and control everything about other human beings. Those people don't need you living their life. They probably had enough people trying to live their lives already in the past, and they don't need you trying to do it for them now. Just saying. But I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't about you. That was about PG, and Jinky's more educated than you, because Jinky's understood that what I was sharing was about me. It had nothing to do with you, with you or her. And another thing is, you tried to act like, put words in my mouth, or put words, tell big fat lies about PG. You try to sit there and say that, oh, I was trying to make fun of Jinkies, talking about my cousin. No, I wasn't. Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you something on DeeDee. You worked in the medical field. You say you did. I don't believe it. I don't believe you were a nurse for 5 minutes, because I'm more educated in the medical field than you are. Way more educated than you. How in the hell am I way more educated than you, and you supposed to have been a nurse? You got to think about that. But, and I don't think you were. Just saying. And if you was, I don't know how in the hell, or who in the hell would have hired you up. But because you certainly don't seem to know anything about the medical field. And I am more than aware that there's people who have, trouble with their thyroid. It's thyroid problems that can cause them to, to have weight gain issues. The thyroid can make you be way underweight, or it can make you be way overweight, or it can make you be just right if it's working right? Okay. You sitting over there trying to get a pity party because you took telling people that you took a shot of birth control, that you took this shot of birth control that, that caused you to have issues and everything. I'm going to tell you something. For one, if that was true, knowing you would be rich right now. You would be really rich right now if that truly happened to you, because you are definitely on, the sweet train, right? Absolutely. With everything. And if something like that actually caused issues with you, you'd have been a very rich lady. So I call bullshit. I call bullshit on it. And I think you said over there once before and told us it was your thyroid. Now that I can believe. But I think that back in the day, I probably could go through your videos and find it. Maybe some of my own videos and find it. But I'm pretty sure back in the day you was talking about thyroid problems. And now you're saying it's birth control. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember her saying it was thyroid, that she had a thyroid condition. I know that is exactly what she said once before. Now she's saying, it's something else. So it's not true. Just like she said on her live and told everybody that she didn't want to eat this candy or something it was, because she doesn't want to get diabetes. But yet she told everybody she had diabetes for a long time. Put a 2 in the chat if you remember that. When she was telling people she had diabetes, and then she came out and said she didn't want to eat this too much candy and stuff because she didn't want to get diabetes. And people in her chat was like, we thought you had diabetes, right? You can't believe her. You can't believe her. She be telling freaking lies. She be telling damn lies, right? At least I tell the fucking truth. At least I tell the truth, Day Day. And Jinkies was educated enough to know I wasn't trying to offend anyone at all. I was just, sharing some of my life experience and some of the shit that I go through with people who actually care, unlike you. There you go. There you go. Pete, that's what we do out here, Day Day. You should know it because you're sharing your whole damn life story with people. I share once in a great while. Once in a great while, I might share a little something with the people. Um, Most of the time, I stick to business. I stick to business, and I stick to silly little details that really don't mean nothing to nobody out here. Just a lighten the mood type situation that everybody out here needs because we're all dealing with tragedy of these missing kids and other people. So don't go trying to put words in PG's mouth. Don't go tell your sister a bunch of lies and act like, oh, PG was trying to be mean to Jinkies, or and you're a liar. You're an absolute freaking liar. And I'm so happy that your sister could see. Your sister knows you. She knows exactly what you are, how you are. And to be perfectly honest with you, um, I don't think she likes it. I don't think she likes it. She loves you because you're her sister, but I don't think she overly likes you, to be honest. You're just a mean, evil, cruel person that don't care how or what you do. You don't care how you make anyone else feel, including your sister. And that's just bullshit. You want everybody to care about how you feel, and you don't give a damn how anyone else feels. You and Candace make good friends because you're both alike. You and Candace Wells are both alike. You care about no one else. You can't feel anything for anyone else, just your damn self. It's all about you. And you both lie and you both turn the table and you both, do whatever you seem to have to do to cause nothing but hatred and strife amongst all the other people. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. And you know what, Day Day? I'm going to continue to mend bridges. And I'm going to tell you what, when you want to start mending instead of destroying, let us know. Let us know. That's all I got to say. I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry for you. In so many ways, I feel sorry for you in the way in how you are so wicked. And I thank God every day that I'm not. I thank God every day that I'm not doing the evil stuff to other humans the way you are. I thank God every day that I don't make people feel the way you make them feel. I don't want to make people feel bad. I don't want people, I'm not even that type of person. I don't want to hang with the mean girls and, and be evil to other people in this world. I'm going to tell you what, we're all God's children. Every last one of us is God's children. And we all have a hell to shun and a heaven to gain. And I'm going to gain that heaven. I'm going to gain that heaven. And I'm going to thank God every day I'm nothing like you or your demons. And that's the truth. So you keep on talking. You keep on talking. You keep on blowing all that bullshit because my people over here, Summer's Army, they know PG. They've been with me for 4 years. They know. They've watched you come at me sideways and sideways. They know who the problem is, and it's not PG. They know that you do nothing but lie the way the Wells do. You're just one lie after the other, and then you sit there and try to deny your evilness when you know you've done all these things. And just keep it up. Just keep it up. You have mastered the devil's old tricks. You've mastered it. because you want it to. I don't want to master the devil's tricks. I want to master what I want to master is God's word. What I want to master is to learn to be honest and truthful 24/7. I want to master how to be kind and loving and caring 24/7. I want to master, everything that Jesus did. That's what I want to master. I want to master being just like him, putting up with people like you and dusting and knocking the dust off of my feet just like he did and move on. That's what I want to master. Not nothing. The devil ain't got shit for me. He ain't got a damn thing for me. And I don't ever want him to have. Okay? That's the difference between me and you. You keep playing. You keep playing on the devil's playground, and I'll keep dancing on God's dance floor. Okay? There you go. And I'm going to tell you something. You try to come at me with a bunch of lies, a bunch of BS. You try to take my character down with a bunch of bullshit. And you know what? When you come at me sideways, I stand in my suit of armor and I put the truth back on you. I put the truth back on you. And that's what you don't like. You don't have no truth. You don't have no truth on PG. There's no truth. But I got a hell of a lot on you. Right? A hell of a lot. Remember that day then. You know? And pull the picture up. Pull the picture up. It was on Summer's Facebook. Pull it up. Everybody's seen it. You're the one worried about getting food stamps, not PG. Not PG. I ain't worried about no damn food stamps. I get up every mother freaking morning. I get up every damn morning. Shower up, dress up, and do my mother freaking 8 to 10 hours to pay my bills. Right? I do my 8 to 10 hours to pay my bills. What are you doing? What are you doing? Collecting food stamps? And I don't know how you need them. I don't know how you need them. You got Billy G working. You got money coming in from where you can't work, right? You got money coming in for that grandson y'all were keeping. You got money from them houses that Billy G sold and the business he sold, the towing company. You got all kinds of money. You got all kinds of money, where you're taking your chat to the cleaners. You got a bunch of money there too. What the hell you need food stamps for? Why you care about food stamps? Because you're greedy. You're greedy and you can't get enough. I think the Bible talks about that too. I think it talks about being greedy. I don't need stamps. I like to see, my tax dollars. I like to see going to people who really need them. I like to see it going to, to senior citizens who have lost their spouse or have their spouse, but they just can't afford everything, their medicines and everything, and they need that extra money, because they wasn't lucky enough to be able to save, to have a savings. from selling houses and businesses and all the things. I like to see those people get it. I like to see single moms who, working two jobs still can't make everything meet and need that extra help. I like to see it go to them single moms. I like to see it going where it's truly needed and not to people who are just greedy wanting to get it because they can. There's a big difference, right? But I wanted to straighten that out, you guys. I am totally fed up with putting up with her mother freaking BS all the time. It's just so unrighteous. It's so unrighteous. She's went 3 days on me now. 3 days coming at me sideways, and I'm tired of it. I'm totally and utterly effing tired of it. Hey, there was somebody in the back. I didn't see you. They were in the backstage. I did not see you because of the content. And when I did see you, you disappeared. If you like to grab the link, I put it out there for you and come back. You're more than welcome to do so. If you wanna come back, I'll bring you up. I don't always see the people. If you take the link and come up, I gotta roll the content up in order to see who's backstage here. And I didn't have it. I forgot to roll it up so I'm able to see. And by the time I remembered, the woman was popping away on me. But if you want to grab that link and come back, I would appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of people have really good incomes. It's not what you make, it's what you saved. You know, um, a penny saved is a penny earned. You should always put back. You should always put back um, at least 20% of your pay. You should always put it back in a savings, and for rainy days. Um, and those rainy days that come sooner than you think, right? Put a one in the chat if you know how fast them rainy days come. You're putting money back and you get a little nest egg, and the next thing your house needs new windows, or you need to lay a new sidewalk, or you need a new roof, or a hot water tank or a furnace or a new AC unit, or yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's like, when it rains it pours, right? You need a new vehicle because the one you got is on its last cylinder in it, and it's about to be gone. Yeah, I mean, we know how fast them nest eggs can get. Them nest eggs can get taken away from you. Or family member. Something happens to a family member, and you got medical bills, or God forbid, you got a death in the family, and everybody's pitching in to you know to put them away properly. There goes a whole lot of your nest egg. Always something. Always something. Hey, all right, LJ forever. Became a YouTube member. Hey, girl, I appreciate that. I really do. God bless you. I appreciate you joining up over here. Amen. Um, Yeah, I wanted to talk about some things that I found suspicious. I don't know if you guys ever seen this before. I'm gonna get off of that mother freaking hate train. I'm gonna let it keep rolling. And trust me, it'll keep rolling. It'll keep rolling without us on it. Um, you know, but I just felt that needed to be addressed 3 days, 3 full days of BS, coming at PG sideways. It had to be addressed, you guys. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to mend those bridges, and some bridges just can't be mended, right? Some of them just can't be mended. No matter what you do, you can't mend them. And it is what it is. It is what it is. She came at us first. She came at us first, way 4 years ago. She came at us first, right? Came up here, portrayed to be our friend, and she was definitely a foe. And she came at us, and been coming at us ever since. And we've had to stand our ground, So you know, she can blame nobody but herself, for all of the evil that's been done, because she's the one's been doing it. She's the one's been doing it. All we've been doing is, defending ourselves, right? You have to defend yourself. I love you, Mom. Hey, girl, I appreciate that. I got super chat. Hey, girl, I appreciate it. God bless. Exactly. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Italian cookie. She had no idea at all. And it's sad. It's sad because she had no idea. But I wanted to talk about this. Um, I was looking over, Candace's real dad, her real dad. This is her real dad. Um, he passed away on May 5th, 2021. His name is Kenneth James Bly. Loving father, brother, grandfather, passed away peacefully at the age of 85. Um, I mean, he's like 20 years older than grandma. Ain't grandma, she's like 65 or 70. So this guy's like way, way older. Matter of fact, he could be her daddy, right? He could have been her daddy. What the hell is she doing with that? I don't know. But anyway, um, this is the part I wanted to show everybody is right there. It says Ken has left behind 5 children, and he names them. And behind, he left behind, and right there is Rosie. Right there, it says Candace, Jeannie, and Rosie. How? I mean, Rose. He passes away in 2021, like a month before summer. A month before summer came up missing. Rose had been missing for a long time. How could he leave Rose behind? Because, as long as Rose has been missing, she would have been legally, you know, deceased. How would he be leaving her behind? What exactly does that mean that he left her behind? Does his family know something we don't? Do they know something we don't know about? Because, I wouldn't have put he left behind Rosie too. I would have put, probably proceeded, you know, with Rosie. So, what's up there? And who wrote the obituary? Just saying. I found that to be rather odd and very strange. I also found it to be odd and very strange that Summer disappears, right after this man passes away. I found that very odd and very weird as well. You know, she should. I would think I would think her husband or Grandis would have gotten one. Um, you know, that's what I think. But I'm finding it kind of odd that everybody was seeing this picture saying, this is Don's mom, this is Don's mom. And Don wasn't, Don Wells nor Candace, neither one of them was denying that this was Don's mother. Neither one came out and said, that isn't my mom or my mother in law. Neither one came out and said, this is Grandis's girlfriend. This is, Candace's mother's girlfriend. This ain't my mom. But neither one of them did. Candace nor Donald, you know, bothered to straighten this out, that this is not Don's mother. They wanted to lead people and let people believe that this woman was Don's mother partaking in Christmas and everything. Right? There is no pictures of Don's mother partaking in any Christmases at all that we've ever seen. None has ever been posted. They probably don't have any. They probably don't have any because they were too busy trying to take everything away from her, and instead of truly helping her, caring about her, and enjoying her being around, to to spend some more time with them. But Don's mother, that's it. That's not his mom. His real mom, um, his real mother passed. I'm knocking shit over. Um, and I don't care. And I don't care. Um, Everything in this world is materialistic. That's how I look at it. So I don't worry. What I do worry about is getting it up if it's broke. And I can't see if it's broke. So I have to get it up when I get off the live. All right. Anyway. His particular Don's mother passed away February the 22nd of 2011. He passed away. See, Summer wasn't born until 2016. His mother had already been passed away for a minute, like 5 years before Summer was even born. His real mother was already passed away. She was not enjoying no Christmases or anything at Don's house with those children. This woman right here was grandma's girlfriend that was up there hanging around, this house with these people. And I think this is the lady that was put into a nursing home. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Put a one in the chat if I'm right. She's the one that Grandis was. It was Grandis's girlfriend, and somehow she ended up in a nursing home. I'm pretty sure this is the woman that ended up in a nursing home. And then Grandis got a new girlfriend. Then she got a new girlfriend. That the one that was up on the hill helping her move. Remember the one that came up on the hill helping her get the hell out of there when Summer came up missing? That was her new girlfriend. This woman here ended up in a nursing facility and forgotten about, right? And forgotten about. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, yes. It seems like these people don't let nobody walk out of their life the way they walked into it, right? Like all of these people that walk into these people's lives somehow end up, messed up or completely destroyed, which don't make no sense to me. I mean, they end up to where they can't live a normal life anymore or completely destroyed. Which is scary. That's a scary thought, it really is. But Donald's mother had been gone for a while. I just wonder why. Why was they? Yeah, see, that was Grandis's girlfriend. And look at all these presents. Look at all these presents. Look at that. Man, they got a lot of free shit from the churches, right? They got a lot of free stuff from the churches. That's a lot of gifts for those kids. And you know, the funny thing is, their kids didn't get those gifts. They got a bunch of little tiny junky stuff that that couldn't be sold. Them big boxes, whatever was in them big boxes and bags, got sold on the internet, right? That stuff got sold on the internet. How or in a yard sale. Those kids didn't even get it. And I think the youngest boy in Summer knew it. Look at their faces. They're like, why the hell we even standing here taking this picture when we're not going to get none of this stuff anyway? We don't ever get none of this stuff. Year after year, we get all this stuff and it gets sold. It gets sold, right? This is Don's real mother. This is his real mom. And you could tell she was a very beautiful lady, very kind, very caring, very beautiful. Everybody I've talked to that knew her, and I've talked to a few people that knew her, um, said she was amazing. Said she's a very hardworking, very loving, kind, caring, very good Christian woman. You know, um, a beautiful soul, a beautiful soul. And beautiful souls irritate. They irritate these evil people. If you're a beautiful souled, evil people, man, it's like they can spot you a mile away and they don't want to do nothing but cause hell and havoc for you, right? It's just the way it is. But that's Donald's mother right there, 2011. And after hearing about this DeeDee and all the stuff that went on with DeeDee, I hate to think what this woman went through. Imagine if they could put their own children through everything they did, how abusive they was to their own children. How much more abusive could they have been to his mother and to this DeeDee lady? And somebody, a very good source, matter of fact, a couple of different people have hit me up. I don't know if I can find it. I'll try. Somebody hit me up and they was telling me, I'd like to tell you guys word for word, but I'd like to tell you word for word what they said, but mm, I'm trying to find it, you guys. Bear with me. Nope, that ain't it either. Anyway, I can't find the exact. I did screenshot it, so I do have it. But anyway, they hit me up and they said that DeeDee, that DeeDee, this is from my memory. I'm pretty good at remembering. Once they see it, it's like my mind can't forget it. But it might not be word for word. But anyway, they said that DeeDee was telling people right before that happened to her. She was telling people that Candace was being very mean to her, had been being mean to her for like weeks, had been being, and she was really thinking about, severing her ties with Candace. She didn't like the way Candace had started talking to her and treating her and doing, you know. And this is before she passed away. And that's the same thing Dawn's mother was telling the church women and her sister-in-law, old Mr. Goad's sister. This is the same thing that this woman was telling um them. It's about how evil and that Candace and Don was being, and all the bad things they were doing, and the games they were playing. And I guess DeeDee was saying the same stuff before she ended up unalived as well. You got to wonder about this. You got to wonder about this because um we have Dawn's mom, that was complaining about this stuff. The next thing she passed away. And Don Wells, if you notice, he's always like, my mom had, the MRSA and this and this. And to be honest with you, people can live an awful long time with MRSA. And let me think about this for a minute. Because yeah, because MRSA was not that um widespread or well known in 2011. And MRSA got really bad and pretty widespread. I'd say about I'd say probably about 2017, 2018 is about the time that hospitals really got on alert for it, and started sterilizing and trying to do all they could do because of a couple cases that had had come across the desk. um so I would say it was more up in the 2020 teens, not down in the lower numbers. Um, the best I can remember. Put a one in the chat if I'm right. If you know anything, because I knew people, that dealt with MRSA. Like I said, we come from the hood, and I knew people who, and because you were, like if you hear that, it's like stay away from them, right? Don't sit in a chair where they sit. Don't, it was like fucking white gloves on. Um, you know, um, disinfect everywhere, So, you know, so and the best I can remember, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of talk of that stuff at the time of his mother's passing. I'm not saying she didn't have it. I'm just saying that it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like, he possibly made it up. He possibly made it up. I mean, I would like to get her death certificate and look into the cause of death because something tells me it ain't gonna be MRSA. It just sounds like it's fake and fucking made up shit. Um, because that was a real concern later, not at that particular um time time frame in America. That's what I'm trying to say. There was like if there was any cases at all, it might have been one or two at the time. You know, it was like not really heard of. So yeah, um, I remember, when the widespread of that started. Are you sure it was MRSA and not bed sores? Because when you work in nursing homes, people get bed sores. I mean, really, really deep, some really deep bed sores from not being turned and not being taken care of, and so forth and so on. That's not MRSA. That's that is that's bed sores. Pressure, what they call pressure sores, where the person ain't being active, right? So I don't know. I'm talking about hospitals. You know, um, I didn't hear of many cases inside of a hospital at that time. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where and they usually, if you have that, they contain you to your own room. You have to, you can't be in a shared room with another, if somebody's got that, you cannot be in a shared room with them. But I'll research into it. I'll research into it. Um, you know, but best hold to my memory when his mother passed away. Um, you know, I don't remember that being an issue at the hospitals. I don't, you know, I didn't, I don't know about nursing homes. But I know pressure sores. I know that, the bed sores, where they're not being properly taken care of was a big issue. It's been a big issue for forever, like forever and a day. Um, that's why you should keep your loved ones, at home. Take care of them at home if you can, so they'll get the proper care. They'll get, bathed, properly bathed. They'll get, moved and around and, turned and everything done to keep that. that kind of stuff from happening. You know, it's best to keep your loved ones, at home. Um, I have, I do have, you know, knowledge of how, some of the things that go on in nursing homes. Um, you know, and if people knowed, you know, the level of evilness, going on inside of some of these places, man, you would not put your loved ones there. You would not put your loved ones there. That's all I got to say. I mean, some of them places can be mother freaking wicked. Just saying. Oh yeah. It's like I said, these people get jobs in places like that. You know, they want the paycheck, they don't want to do the job. You find very few willing to actually, do the job. And it don't take long, it don't take long for the new, like when the new workers come in, they'll try, they'll try to do the job right, but it don't take long, you know, for them to learn that nobody else is, and they start to be just like everybody else. They see how much they can get away with, and they do. It's an epidemic. And what I find really weird, what I find really strange is when the person runs out of the money, when they run out of the money, usually, that's when they run out of life, right? I find that it's almost like that place knows exactly, exactly down to almost the last penny. You know, it's like they know when you're down to, your bank account is at the bottom. And some reason, the person's all of a sudden deceased. I find that shit to be really weird. Just saying. And I also found it really weird that the big C word that we had going on, mostly took out all the people in nursing homes, all the people on Social Security. Put a one in the chat if you took note to that. It seemed like everybody, you know, like it wiped out all the older folks, right? That's what it wiped out. Hold on, you guys. If you want to close the camera, you can. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, thank you. I just have to go and subscribe to you, huh? Do that real quick. All right. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. I just got done
So,
subscribing. I just subscribed to your channel.
oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you into missing children's cases?
Yes, kind of.
Oh, really? Do you know anything about the Summer Wells case?
Mm, not really.
Okay. How'd you come by this channel?
I just found you on YouTube.
Oh, okay. And
Mm-hmm.
are you from Tennessee?
From California.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're out in Cali.
Yeah,
Oh, how's the weather out there? Beautiful.
kind of cold. Kind of cold, sort of a little
Oh,
bit.
is it actually getting cool out there?
Yeah, it's gonna be like fall time already.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
All right. All right. I
my
would think
Hall-
it's
my Halloween was good.
oh okay. Okay.
How was how was everybody Halloween?
How's everybody's housing?
How was everybody's Halloween? Was
Oh,
Friday.
Halloween. Halloween. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Um, well, it was my birthday, Halloween.
Mhm.
I was doing the Monster Mash. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so
The
did you
time
go
went.
out?
Yeah, the time went back an hour. Everybody set their clocks backwards. Uh huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't say who he is because I don't know him. Um,
My name is Justin. My name is Justin.
oh, okay. Okay. It's nice to meet you, Justin.
I have a YouTube channel if you want to follow me.
Oh, really? What's your
Yeah.
YouTube channel?
It's Justin Retro Stuff TV show channel.
Oh, retro stuff.
Yeah. Mm.
And what exactly do you do on your channel?
I do like different streaming services. I post today though. Tonight I already posted the video.
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good. You know, I think that we'll check you out. We'll check you out, see what's going on with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming up, hanging out.
Okay.
All right. Well, he was nice. I don't know who he was, but he was nice. And he said that he has a channel, Justin Retro Stuff. Um, you know, so if you guys want to see what it's about, um, I think I will see what it's about, right? Hey, it's it's got me wondering now. But and he's out in Cali, right? Hey, you were coming to save me. I was coming to save you, Mom. He was just a young looked like probably college age young adult. He's in his young adulthood. Very young, very young. It just looked like he was surfing. He was surfing, um, the net and to see, see where he could check in at and where and so forth. Seemed like a nice guy. A nice kid. Um, to me, seemed like a nice kid. Very, very nice. Yeah. You know, you you got to be careful on panel. Right? You're safe in chat. You got to be careful up here on the panel because if you let down your guard, you might wish you didn't. Right? And we got to be careful up here on panel. But what I wanted to talk about is Don's mom was pretty much saying the same thing as DeeDee was saying. Don's mother, she ends up passed away, and DeeDee ends up passed away. And Summer comes up completely missing. Um, and I just find it, I find it suspicious because um listen, you guys, we got Alice, Allison's friend Leslie, who came up, passed away the same exact way that Allison did. The same exact way Allison did. You know, Allison, you know, we have Leslie passes away in October 26th of 2022. And Allison posted, you were and are my best friend. You became my family. I love you. I miss you like crazy, lady. I miss our long talks. She posted this a year later. A year later, Allison, at age 30, 37, I believe, um, is passed away. Yeah, 37 on June 19th, 2024. She passes away. This lady passes away the end of 2022. Allison passes away the beginning of 2024. Like a year later. And the exact same way that, that Leslie passes away. And the funny thing is, Candace, Grandis, and Hunter were the three people at the swimming hole with Summer. They were the three people surrounding Summer's case. The morning of June 15th, 2021. Now let's go home. Let's go home to 110 Ben Hill Road at 3:15. At 3:15, they're coming up on the hill. And we go home at 3:15. And I got Maddie. I think it's Maddie. Is it Maddie? Australia. Is Maddie up here? PG, Maddie is waiting. Okay. What's up, Maddie?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you, sweetheart?
That's good. Yeah, not much, hey, just colouring in. It's a rainy day here.
Girl, I love your accent. I love your voice. It's
Do
beautiful.
ya? You got a
Yeah,
cool voice.
I do. I do. I love your accent. That is
What
beautiful.
have you been up to?
You are beautiful. You are beautiful.
Thanks.
So how's things been going, love?
Yeah, good, hey. What about you? Happy birthday for the other day.
Yeah, I had a birthday party over
Oh,
here. Trick or
nice.
treat, trick or treat. All my people were good to me. They were super good to me.
Oh,
I so
how
appreciated
lovely.
it. Yeah, a lot of love, a lot of love, a lot of kindness, a lot of caring. You
That's
know,
what you need in life.
yeah. I mean, my evil haters um, gave me Halloween as my birthday, right? They,
Yeah.
it's not my real birthday, but that's what they gave me. And
Yeah, they're
I
just jealous.
oh yeah, but you know what? But we took it, and I have one birthday a year, Halloween,
Sure do. That's awesome.
and all my people in the chat, they are amazing. They are amazing.
Yeah,
They have
make your day.
yeah, yeah, um what the haters tried to make into evilness. You know,
Yeah,
this chat
disgusting
this chat
people.
has turned into a blessing. They
That's
took evil
good.
and turned it into righteousness. So every
That's
year,
what you need.
yeah,
Good friends.
every year Halloween, they all
Yeah,
celebrate PG's birthday.
they sure
and,
will.
and make
My
it fun.
birthday's soon too.
Yeah, I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing. The people over here are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
I thank God.
America would be nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's nice over here too.
Yeah. They took that evil rock and turned it into bread.
Yeah,
You know, they're amazing. They're amazing.
I've
And
been
I
keeping
appreciate it.
I've been keeping tabs on the little boy who went missing here. Can't They haven't found
Yeah,
him yet.
hold on, your mom's coming up. And your mother told me. Your mother told me, it was telling me that they were
Oh,
draining, that they were
yeah,
draining
the
some type of
dam.
water there, and and going to look for him.
It's another girl that went missing last year that never got found either. She went on a run
Who?
and she was never found. Samantha
Samantha
Murphy.
Murphy. Oh,
Oh wow, she went out jogging and disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens all the time, girlfriend.
That's why I don't go out on my own at night. I always go with
Right.
friends.
Right. In my community, I jog sometimes. I
Yeah,
used to
me
jog.
too.
I used to go out running. I used to go out and run every day. But you know, but
Pretty dangerous.
uh I kind of slowed, I've been slowing down. Well, I don't run at all right now. I ain't running at all. But
Yeah.
um for certain reasons. But I was running, daily there for a while, and I slowed down, um,
Yeah.
you know, um, and started running, only once or twice a week. But in
Hmm.
my community, you got a lot of joggers. You got a lot, like if you
A
go
lot
out,
of kids and stuff.
if you go out like between 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 and 8 o'clock, you'll always meet other joggers jogging,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's like here. Small little town and everyone knows each other.
You're right. And so
Debbie, no, I haven't seen that, sweetheart.
and then we have we have a lot of people, like, if you're busy in the morning, or you don't feel like jogging in the morning, we have a
Mhm.
lot of people that jog in the evening too. You know,
Oh, wow.
yeah, they'll jog around about 8 o'clock. Between 8 and 9 o'clock, they'll be out jogging. You know, um,
Yeah.
in the evening. So um, you've always, if you pick those time frames,
Yeah.
to jog,
Exactly.
you'll be pretty safe. Um,
Is
but
pepper spray over there illegal?
huh?
You know, pepper spray to self protection. What girls use to spray people in the eyes.
Oh yeah, the pepper spray. Let me tell you,
That's illegal over here.
it's illegal to have pepper spray.
Yeah, in
Oh wow.
Australia it is. So you just take a can of deodorant, small
Um,
one or perfume.
when I go jogging, no matter where I go, no matter where I
Hmm.
go, and and it's been for quite a few years. But
Yeah,
wherever I go, I always take my best, my
your
bestest friend,
surroundings.
Smith and Wesson. You know,
Yeah, good idea.
um, I'm always, I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. You
Yeah,
know,
not on your own.
um, I run on my own, but
I went out in Thailand alone by myself.
right. I always have heat. I pack heat.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good idea.
you have to, and it's perfectly legal. Um, it's perfectly legal.
Well, over here now, they're going on about people carrying knives. The young people, the little Eshe people that dress up in the little Nike outfits, they call them Eshes over here. They're
Right,
the ones that are troubled kids on the road
right.
that
Oh
cause
yeah, I'm
P-
gonna
trouble.
tell.
PG, I took Maddie to Thailand 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a little blonde bombshell back then.
I was
Um,
tan, very tiny.
she was tan, tiny, looked like Barbie. Anyway, I had to go for an operation, and I
Oh,
was I was out cold for about 9 hours, and I told her under no circumstances are you to go anywhere.
right,
But she didn't listen to me. She took money, and she took what they call a tut tut into the heart of Thailand, and
Oh,
sex trafficking over there is highly dangerous.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And she didn't listen to me, and she never listened to me back then. Anyway, she on her way back to the hospital, she nearly got kidnapped.
Oh wow.
And when I woke up, I couldn't find her anywhere. And the
Right,
nurses were telling me to lay down, and I said, like hell, I'm going to lay down. And they kept talking it to me in Thai, and I yelled at them, and I
wow.
said, get my daughter on the phone now. And I
Right,
sat bolt upright up straight after surgery until I found her.
I chucked the
wow.
guy. Was over there. You don't get to choose your taxi.
Hey, Bridget, we're going to be praying for you, girl. We're going to be
Over
praying for you.
over there, you
That
don't
your
get to
doctor
choose your
appointment goes
taxi.
well, hon. We're going to pray that your doctor's appointment goes well. God be with you.
Yeah, prayers, Bridget.
Amen.
Oh yeah, you've always got to pray for someone going to the doctors.
Oh, absolutely. I truly pray that everything goes good, that she
You
gets
have
all
to
good
in life.
feedback.
I'm off
Yes.
work now.
So this one's been quite the handful to look after since she was 13.
Nearly
Right?
happened to me. Nearly happened to me again when I was like 12. Me and my girlfriend were walking up a hill, and this old man stopped and wanted me to hop in the car, and I just legged it home
Oh,
and
I'm going to tell
reported
you
him.
something. I had a girlfriend. I had this girlfriend. Actually,
Mm.
I had this one girlfriend that was like, um, I swear she was like a shadow to me. And then I
Wow.
had this other girlfriend. She
Mm-hmm.
liked to have been a shadow, but I didn't affiliate myself with her a lot because, I didn't overly, care for some of the stuff that she would get into and everything. But
Yeah, it's
I
like
did
that.
hang I did hang with her, here and there, and
Mm.
big mistake. But,
Wow.
but, um, she had this big ideal to catch a ride. She told me and my other girlfriend that she knew this guy. And here
Yeah.
we are, we get in a vehicle because we think she knows this guy. And I'm
Oh
gonna tell you
no.
something, she didn't know that dude at all. It took me all of about 10 minutes, to figure out she don't know him. First of all, I asked her, I said, "What is his name?" And she didn't fucking know. And I'm like, "Do you
Putting you
seriously
in a
know?"
dangerous situation.
Right. I'm like, "Do you seriously know this guy?" And she's, because he was really freaking weird. His vehicle was freaking weird.
Oh no, see
Yeah, it
that.
was it was it was all weird. And he's
Oh.
driving, and she's, right in front of us. Me and my other girlfriend were in the back, and she sits, up in the passenger
Ah.
seat. And it took, like I said, I found out within 5 minutes she don't know this dude. I was livid.
Oh.
She's putting us all in danger, and and
Wow.
he's trying his best not to get no. I took note he wasn't trying to get no red lights, but finally, um, he got one. And I'm going to tell you
Mhm.
what, I threw that door freaking open, and I got straight out right there and then. And I was dragging my other girlfriend with me, like I had a hold of her,
Wow.
pulling her out of this. And he was like trying to reach back and like grab onto her, and I
Hey,
drug her out for real. And
that's scary.
yeah, and while I'm trying to do that, and I'm
Oh
telling the
wow.
one in the front seat, you better move your ass now, you know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to get my girlfriend's leg, and while he's busy with us, she needed
Oh.
to get her ass out. And, and
Jeez.
and she did, she listened, thank goodness. And,
Oh wow.
and I told her, I'm like, "You know what? Don't ever mother freaking, speak to me again. Don't ever talk to me again. Don't ever come back around me again." I was like, I was
Did she
ready to.
stay in the car with the other friend stay in the car with the creepy
Oh
bloke?
no, I pulled my one out. The girl, my little
Oh
shadow.
yeah.
I pulled her out with me. I mean, as soon as I opened
Wow.
that door up, I had a hold of her, dragging her, and
Wow.
but we were in
My
the
mum
back.
always my mum always taught me never to speak to strangers or
Oh,
hop
he was
in
trying.
random cars.
He was seriously trying to snatch on
Yeah,
to
that's
her,
creepy.
to her pants and to
You, you,
her feet and stuff. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
and yeah, and I believe at one point he had a hold of, like her shoe. And I
oh
told her,
gosh.
kick it off, leave it behind if you ain't gonna let go,
Yeah,
and she, like freaking out. And I told her, I said, use your other leg to kick at him. Finally, she did,
yeah.
started kicking, and he turned loose, and I was able to, you know, completely pull her through. But
I would have slapped
um,
him in the face.
oh my, I'm gonna tell you who I wanted to get a hold of, and that was my girlfriend that lied to us like that. And I was like, you know
Yeah,
what? Don't ever just, stay away from me. And it took a long
yeah,
time, like a long time before, you know, I could get over it and actually,
yeah. I wouldn't blame
be
you.
be nice
That's
to her again. You know what I'm saying? It took a long
yeah,
time. I have, I do have a real issue that, once you break my trust,
yeah.
I can't trust you no more. If you
Like that.
betray, right, if you betray me like that,
Mm,
I can't ever trust you again. I just can't, no matter
yeah.
how hard I try. I can't.
And they say in life never hold a grudge against your enemies, but you do.
Oh yeah, it's not a grudge. I think that I I believe that, I don't really want people I can't trust around me,
Yeah,
because I want them to be the
positive
friend.
people.
I want them to be the friend to me that I am to them. I want them to be truthful and honest and
That's
sincere.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's really hard to find. It's really super hard to find because I find that, um like 90, like you got like 1% of humans in this world that won't betray you, that won't
yeah.
somehow lie to you or betray you.
And they're the ones that have stuck by you all
Oh
these
yeah.
years.
Yeah, that one, that's why that, just having one friend, just one person who truly loved you, you know,
Yeah,
they say, if you pass away and you have just one person who was a true friend at your funeral, you were
yeah.
rich. They say you were rich, because
That's all you
that's
need.
how scarce, real friend, a real friend is. Someone that
Exactly.
ain't ever going to betray you in any way.
It's like when Christmas and your birthdays come along. That's how you know who your true friends are.
I'm gonna tell you.
Anyway, PG, I'm going to let you get on with the show and I'm going to jump down.
All right.
Love you.
Hey, I love you too. You know it, girl.
Bye.
Bye. But yeah, that's, so be careful, Maddie. Be very careful,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
will.
because I'm going to tell you, you know, when you're young like you and beautiful, and everything, and I'm telling you, I got a lot of girlfriends that's beautiful like you. And
Yeah,
And I'm going to tell you, I see how they betray each other all the time. They betray, they're not real friends to the other girls. I mean, a lot of them girls, will go to the restroom with me. We're out somewhere, they go to the bathroom, and here they are talking about one of the other girls, and
yeah.
and I'm like, hey, I thought you guys are tight. I thought you were cool. And
It's almost just like when you go out, and if one of
yeah,
you don't have money, you shout them, and then the week after they shout you.
right,
You share
right.
each other's money. That's how it used to be when we were teenagers.
They're just be careful. Be careful because,
Yeah.
like I said, I hang around with a lot of girlfriends and stuff.
I
And
never hung around the wrong. I hung
and
around
I
the
and
wrong
I've
crowd,
seen
but
them,
never did
I've
anything
seen them
bad.
act like the other girl's best friend. And like I said, we get in the bathroom and they're rolling their eyes up, and I'm like, wow,
Oh
I,
yeah.
you know,
Or
and
they're your best friend when you've got money and then they ditch you.
yeah, you can have,
I know
they need you
girls
to take
easily.
them, they need you to take them somewhere, or they want to borrow your stuff, or they wanted, something from you. I have those kind of girlfriends, but I'm lucky because I have some really, really true friends too.
That's good.
I have some solid people that I truly, care about, like my own family. And they
Yeah.
truly, I got their back and I know they got mine.
That's
And,
all you need in life, sweetheart.
well, the only thing you need in this life, Maddie, to be honest with you, is God and his son, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They're
Exactly.
there
And
when no one,
family.
I tell you, they're there when nobody else is. When no one else is there, they're going to be there for you. And I'm going to tell you, um, those are, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the angels, those are the people you need to trust in, believe in and trust. And and your mama. I'm going to tell you,
Exactly.
the only people in this world is truly going to truly ever love you the way you deserve to be loved.
My
And the only
mum.
people in this world you're going to be able to trust is God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, them angels, and your mama. Your mama.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
She's more like my sister than my mum, eh?
you are very lucky. You're very lucky.
Yeah.
If you could,
I am lucky to
a
have
lot of
her.
people's lucky if they can trust their mama. There's some people can't even trust their mama.
I
You know?
trust my mum with
Oh
my
yeah,
whole
your
life.
mama. I'm gonna tell you something. You can trust your mama. Your mama loves you. She loves you with
She
everything
sure
she's
does.
got, and she loves your brother with everything he's got. You better, your
Yeah.
mama is your mom is your best friend. Hey, you don't have no best friend like your mama.
Exactly. Because they're there for
That
you
that
every
is the
day.
truth. That is the truth. Your mom's there for you, girlfriend. She is a helicopter. You know, she's a helicopter mom, and
She sure is. She's a crack up.
she might get on your nerves. She might get on your
No,
nerves, girl. But
she
I'm gonna tell
actually
you what.
doesn't. She
Ho,
actually
ho,
doesn't get on my nerves.
really,
She
really.
makes me laugh. We don't fight. We laugh all the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, we don't. We're not like that. We're very close. More
I'm
like
gonna tell you.
sisters.
Sometimes when your mom is trying to keep you from doing things, you know, trying to keep you in the house or trying to, you know, tell you, what's best for you,
You got to
um,
listen.
you got to listen. Amen.
And
There
I
you go.
always believe when you
Girl,
live in their household, you got to respect them.
you remind me so much of my little girl because
Do I?
my little girl, man, she loves her mama. She loves her mama with everything she got, and I love my little
She's
girl.
only a baby, isn't she?
Oh, she is. She's an absolute. My little girl's adorable.
Did you end up
She's like,
doing her room up?
huh?
Did you end up decorating her room?
Oh, you better believe it, girl. Let me tell you something. A paint job turned into a whole new bathroom and
Oh, lucky.
new, yeah, new molding, crown molding around the room, um, and it turned into a major, like a major freaking remodel. And
How lovely.
I'm going to tell you because,
I'll be
like,
doing that once I move.
my daughter is like, oh, this doesn't match that anymore. What am I
Yeah, it's
going to
like that.
do?
It's
I'm
like
like, I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, my daughter is one of those people, where are we going anywhere? Are we going to be, and then I tell her, yeah, we're going to be visiting up here, visiting up there for, the holidays. Or I promise you, she sounds like the Grinch. What am I going to wear?
That's it.
You know?
Anyway, sweetie, I've got a phone call coming through in about 10 minutes. I've got to get ready for that.
Hey,
But you
girl.
have a good one, and I'll come talk to you sometime else this week.
You got that boyfriend calling.
Yeah,
I knew it.
sure
I
do.
knew it. Girl, you
You have
wouldn't
a
have.
good one, and God bless you.
Hey, you too. God bless you.
Have a good one.
You too, sweetie.
Love yous.
I love
Bye.
you too. You be careful. You
Bye.
hear me?
I will.
Stay safe.
Love you. You too. Bye.
Bye. I tell you, I knew she wouldn't hang up on me unless it was a boyfriend, right? She wasn't about to hang up on PG unless it was a boyfriend. She like, yeah, it's my boyfriend. I tell you, man, that's what scares me. That's what scares me. I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to that shit, you guys. I'm not looking forward to it. You know, I'm not. I'm not looking forward to my daughter, you know, having that boyfriend. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not ready for it. Um, I don't know if you ever get ready for it. You know, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you actually get ready for your daughters to start having a boyfriend. Put a two in the chat if you don't get ready for it. I don't know if I could get ready for that. Oh, her boyfriend's from India. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just don't think, I'm going to be running them off. I'm going to be running them off, you guys. I already have her brothers. I already have her brothers running them off. But, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that shit. Your daughter, some guy trying to take out your daughter. Oh, I don't know. I'd be sitting in the back seat, right? I'd be sitting in the back seat. Yeah, you take my daughter out. Where are we going? Right? Where are we all going? Oh, yeah, I heard that, Australia. I bet you did. I bet you did. Wow. Yeah, nah. Oh, she says, right, right. You know, is there ever going to be someone good enough for your child? Is there ever going to be someone good enough for your son or your daughter? I want to think that I'm not gaining. I'm not losing a daughter. I'm gaining a son, or I'm not losing a son. I'm gaining a daughter. But um, I also think to myself, I might not like them. I might not like what my son ends up with or my daughter ends up with. You know what I'm saying? And then, on the other hand, I think, um, am I not liking them? Because I don't want, you feel like you're losing your kid, right? You feel like you're losing your child when they're old enough to get married. Um, you know, you gotta assess the situation, right? You gotta assess it. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, when one of my kids, like my daughter, for instance, she gets old enough to start dating or get married. You know, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. I mean, by the time she's old enough and starts dating, um, by the time she's old enough and starts dating, I don't know. I might give her a dowry. I might actually, um, I might actually give the guy a couple, a couple cows and a pig and a horse or whatever, to take her. Right? I might, I might give, I might give him a Maserati. She does get into everything. She changes my house around. She be breaking stuff. She she steals my brand new bed sits every time I get one and throws shit on my bed. I don't even know where it came from. This guy might be doing me a favor, in the future. Right? Hey, I might actually love him. Right? I might love him. I don't know. And the woman that takes Mr. Fix It, how could I dislike her? I'd be rolling. I'd be cracking up every day knowing that, that Mr. Fix is tearing up something. Right? And it's gonna be her problem instead of mine. Right? I don't know. I might not be unhappy about it at all. Oh no. Come to think about it, I'm seeing this in a whole different light. But as I was saying, you got these two people passing away the same exact way. But what I really wanted to talk about tonight, what I really wanted to get into, like this Ricky D. Crawford, you know, he passes away March 9th, 2022, and they said something about he passed away from a spider bite he got 10 years earlier. You don't pass away from spider bites you get 10 years ago. And that's fucking insane. That's insane. It is, you can't do that. It's science says you can't do it. So and then, let's not forget, Roy Cotton's mother who passes away. And then, 1 month, like a month later, he passes away. Right? Look at this. Look at this. I mean, 1 month between them, and she's the one that he told about the box, right? He told his mother about that box. His mother was holding that information, and she comes up, passed away 1 month before he does, and they catch him in jail. He's in jail at the time his mother passes away. When he comes out of jail, he gets, he's out of jail like one day, and goes to Fred's place, and he becomes on live too, right? Something ain't right. Something ain't right in all of these people just passing away like this. And to be honest with you, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back because as I was putting this together tonight, as I was putting all of this together tonight, I was taking notes that there seems to be a pattern. There seems to be some type of pattern to all of this, to all of these people, the untimely deaths of all of these people. There seems to be some type of freaking pattern in it. And I'm going to research what the hell that pattern is. I got some pretty good people out here, like Australia, Mali. I've got a few people who, is pretty good at, helping me when I when I reach out to ask for some help, and, on some of this research and stuff. They really go those extra miles to help, help and everything. So, but there is a pattern, and I'm pretty sure, if I can't figure it out, I'm sure, reaching out with Molly and Australia and some of the other people in this chat, I'm sure we're going to be able to come up with what the hell it is. Like little PG, uh, she goes those extra miles too. And when when I reach out and ask for a little bit of help in the research areas, um, they're always willing to be there for it. Um, but there's something going on with this group of people. There's some type of pattern in all of this. We have to figure out what the hell this pattern is, and what exactly is it surrounding? What is it surrounding? I think it's more than just a group of vigilantes, criminals working together, in different areas, as they do in a lot of cases. I think it goes much deeper than that. I think it's going deeper than that. When you start having people, a lot of people becoming unalived around a certain group of individuals, this goes a lot deeper than, the average criminal bullshit. Something way more sinister. That's what I'm talking about. So, I do want to dig into that and bring it back to the table. And but I didn't take note until I was looking over all the content that I was getting ready to put out tonight, and I said, "Damn, there's a pattern. There's a pattern in this." And anytime you're seeing a pattern, is something way more, than just some criminal activity bullshit. Something more is going on. So, you know, exactly, Stephanie. Exactly. That's one of my thoughts. That's one of my thoughts. And I was going to, I'm going to try to research into some of that. Um, and actually, to be honest with you, to be, perfectly honest, I I'm very affiliated. I'm very affiliated with people, you know, that do this kind of stuff. That's into those occults. Um, you know, not by choice, not by choice, but I got a lot of insight, more than I want, more than I want, you know, um, when it comes to people like this. So I'm sure I can, I ain't gonna have no problems getting the answers I need. One thing I noticed about people that's affiliated with that kind of stuff, you always have a few of them. You always have a few that want to talk about it. You always got a few that like to talk about it. So, it shouldn't be hard to to get to figure out, you know, if that's the type of pattern we're seeing here. Anyway, um I know that, we didn't get it covered tonight as much as I'd like to have. We didn't get to, really overly cover this the way that I wanted to cover it. But I'm going to take it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it from A to Z. I'm going to put it A to Z and then bring it back to the table. I'm going to bring it back to you guys. I'm going to let you look at it from A to Z and see what you think. See, I'll bring, put it to A to Z, bring back, some of the information I find, and then, let you guys use your own minds and determine, what you think, because that's how people should, it should be your thoughts, not mine. You should be able to think the way you want where all of this is concerned. But I will bring it back to the table with the findings and possibly tomorrow night. And I'll bring some videos of Dawn Wells, you know, um, because Australia must be interested in something Dawn said. So I'll bring that to the table as well. Hopefully, it's what she's looking for. And right, Foster, right? I'm going to tell you, I wanted to talk to you guys about, I talked with someone very interesting today. I talked with the lady on the phone, one of you. I talked with the lady, I'm not going to, name no names, but I talked to one of you on the phone. And we had a very, very interesting conversation. I wanted to tell you guys, some of the stuff we talked about. You know, it's pretty scary, some pretty scary stuff, And but she called me up. You know, with a purpose. She wanted to talk to me about, something that her and her husband had came across recently. And and she's like, I have to tell PG about this, and because, sometimes it's hard for us to believe, things. But what happened made her a believer. But I don't want to get into it because, we've already ran our course tonight. And my husband, he, he's already, he says this is for law enforcement to handle, not, not his wife. So but like I told him, my kids, this is important to not only me, but it's important to my children as well. They want Summer found as much as I do. And it's something, that I've been doing and I'm going to continue to do. And, hopefully until this child is found. And, so, and I told him, I hope he understands, he's able to understand that. I understand his concerns. I understand his worries. I understand everything, but we're in it to win it, right? We're in it to get justice. And, and I just tell Dad to stop being jealous, right? But we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here and and doing this. But I also told him that, I would try to, maybe put a cap on my lives, an hour and a half to 2 hours, so I could spend some time with him, have time to spend with him before, I have to fall to sleep, get up for work. So I'm going to go spend some time with my hubby, and hopefully you guys, go spend some time with your family and maybe watch a movie, do something, and get something to eat, right? Go raid the refrigerator. And I hope you all get a good night's rest. But I am going to ask you to keep the prayers going up, for everybody surrounding Summer Moon Utah Wells case, for all the people surrounding this case. Please keep the prayers going up. Family that prays together stays together, right? And this is a very evil, dark case that we're dealing with here. There's some real sinister stuff in this case. Trust me, something ain't freaking right. But I'm gonna tell you, you got to, you got to stay prayed up. You got to stay prayed up, and you got to, you got to keep praying for, you got to keep that circle of prayer going for one another. It's very important when you're dealing with stuff like this. You got to keep the prayers going up. So I'm asking everybody, to please keep those prayers going up for all the creators, all the mods, all the chat. Keep them going up for everybody. We got Cam in a hospital, right? He just came back wanting to talk about Summer's case. He ends up in a hospital. You got White Boy just getting rolled off the hill. He's ended up in a hospital. Nothing but bad. Nothing but bad befalls all of these people who, getting rolled off the hill, right? And I think, I think DeeDee's, a lot of her hate is coming from not being able to keep the wells now. Not, she's starting to she's starting to have her withdrawals. She's starting to have withdrawals from, from Don and Candace. And I'm going to tell you, these people that get rolled off the hill and they're having these withdrawals, oh man, I'm going to tell you something, nothing but mother freaking bad befalls these people, right? And that's the truth. You guys have seen it with your own eyes. You've seen it. You've seen Benny. You've seen Sheer. You've seen White Boy. You've seen Kevin Alley. Man, you have seen what happens to these people. So, keep them prayers going up, man. Keep them going up. And, and I just pray, I pray that somehow, some way, these people, I really pray that these people, understand where all of their problems are coming from. And, somehow, they really need to find a church. That's what they need, to find a preacher, and they need to find a church. That's the best advice I can give to them, to be honest with you. Even Chris M, covering Summer's case, had some bad stuff bad stuff happening. DeeDee Ron had some bad, I'm going to tell you, bad seems to follow. These people have been out here. They have covered all kinds of other cases, and they were good. They were good. But man, they came into Summer's case and it's been a nightmare, right? So what are you dealing with here? What are you dealing with? I don't even know. Got to be something pretty wicked. Got to be pretty fucking wicked. That's all I can say. But keep the prayers going up, you guys. Keep them going up for one another. Keep them going up for the creators. Keep, like I said, keep them going up for the mods. Because prayer is what everybody needs. Everybody needs to stay in the grace of God. That's what we need. And so keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up for Summer. Keep them going up for this little girl in the name of Jesus Christ. She needs to be found. And, I think God has let, this case come to the light. I think he's let us figure it out, everything, even where she is. I think he's let us figure out where she is. If we could just get somebody to do what it takes to get her. So keep those prayers going up. I think we're at the end of this one. I think we're, Michael Vaughn's getting justice. I think Summer's about to get justice. Little Emmanuel, he's getting justice. A lot of these cases, God's solving a lot of these cases right now. So let's keep those prayers going up for Summer as well, so her case can be solved too. And keep them going up for, for Michael Vaughn. Keep them going up for little Emmanuel, Jack and Lily. Keep them going up for Sebastian. Keep those prayers going up, man. I'm going to tell you what, there's power in prayer. There's power in prayer. So please keep praying. Keep praying. Before you go to bed tonight, please bow your head. Bow your head, clap your hands together, and pray. Pray for yourself and pray for everyone else as well. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And know that PG be praying for you. Good night, everybody. God bless. Much love.